Hi, UFO here. So, this video is going to be about access door control system. So, I want to start off by looking at the spreadsheet. Here we are. This is the spreadsheet that I put up in a video whereby I had said that he closed the door of 135, walked across here, swiped, he closed the door. He is in the hallway. Okay? This is what I said. Then I said, he went across from 134 to 135, swiped his card twice, open from the inside. So my strong claim for this was, how on earth, if he's in the hallway, could he open from the inside when he was on the outside and the door here is closed? Let me just make this emphatically clear. He is in the hallway. Here and here. He's in the hallway. I said that. Guys, listen to me. Answer me. How would he open the door from the inside when he's tried to scan it outside? Answer that question. You can't, can you? So, I do not want you to lose that thought. You cannot answer how, when he's in the hallway facing 135, that he opened it from the inside. I think I've made my point very clear. Now, when I put that video up, I had no information supporting this claim. All I had was what was in front of me, which is this. Then Mr. Visual put up a video talking about the possibility of placing either a tape over the latch or a card over the latch. Now, Sean Graham done a video and showed how easy this was to do. Brilliant. Well done, Mr. Sean Graham. Except for one thing. Of course it is easy to do. Of course you can do that. But what Sean Graham did not continue to further say is that I cannot show you the report that it says that the door is open or closed. He just showed you the fact that you could put a card over the latching system. Well, that's easy. What we have to get to is, if you place a card and the tape over that latch, would it show that the door is still closed? Now, as I said, I had no information behind me to support this claim. Now, Don, who is now on our team, had written to me and said, I think you need to look at this. Well, Don, you've done a brilliant job of sending me right down this rabbit hole, because as you know, and Mr. B knows, I have read so much on the system that is in operation in Mandalay Bay. And I'm going to take you through that because now I believe I have the supporting information to show you that the guy, whoever he may well be, was in the hallway. And the guy or woman inside, whoever he or she was, opened the door from the inside to let the individual in. So now this is where I'm going to take you through all the stuff that I've been through. I've been through manuals, I've been through specifications, I've been through press releases, I've been through a hell of a lot. And as you know, I have made two contacts in this country. One is an MD of a software company of an access control system that is in my place of work. I've made contact with another MD who is responsible for putting in the hardware. Okay, so two people doing two different things with one common objective, which is to give us security to the doors by access control. So, this is going to be a bit long-winded, guys, but you really need to understand how the system in Mandalay Bay works, because Mr. Visual done a very, very bad job. He said the Honeywell system with the 2 sensors. That is not true. And I will show you it is not true. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation. For all of it to integrate, I had to look at Intercom, which is Honeywell, VisionLine, which is the software for the access door control system. ASSA are the manufacturer of the door latching system. And as you can see, it says VinGuard and Time Locks because there was a time when Time Locks superseded VinGuard, but it's still the same. What is placed on the Mandalay Bay door is the VinGuard RFID lock. Now, this is where Don came in. Don had sent me quite a few emails, and I read them intently, and I researched, and I just kept going. And I'm sure that Don, and even Mr. Burgundy to some extent, will tell you email after email after email did I send them of the research and what I was finding. And it was supporting what Don was saying to me. So as I say, Incom, VisionLine and ASSA. Now this comes from the ASSA manual. And you can see it here. Here is a door. Okay. Now there is nowhere mentioned on here whatsoever that there are sensors that are placed on the door frame or on the door. Because what they are doing in this manual is to tell you about their system, not the Honeywell system, not Vision Online or Vision Line, is to tell you about this here, which is the lock type and the strike plate, and then the installation of the lock and strike plate. I'm going to take you through it. But how did this hang together? So here we have something I pulled up. Central Electronic Lock System. VinGuard L-Safe Incom by Honeywell. Integration Solutions. Integrate means put together. They're working together. And it's to give you enhanced security. Then here is an article which talks about time locks with Zigbee, and it increases hotel security. So, how does it work? Well, Zigbee is the Wi-Fi, and there is something else, what they call deep state or something like that, which just pulls all the doors in together. They are working individually and pulling it into one. So here we have an access control system on the door. Here is VisionLine. It says VisionLine server. Here is Incom. Then it goes to hot source. So what would happen is, if there was a fault on this door by Wi-Fi, it would go to the online server. That then would push a message out to the Incom server. The Incom server would then produce a task which would then go to security. So in the case of October 1, we know there were doors that were ajar or left open. And in the FIT report, it says that Campos at 2118 received a hot SOS. So the door was open, VisionLine picked it up, sent it to Incom. Incom then sent the message to Campos at 2118. Here we go. This is from the manual. If, and it's not if, because we know that the Mandalay Bay has hot SOS. It's also used at the hotel. Any alarm in VisionLine can be set up to be sent to hot SOS when it is triggered, assigned, acknowledged, or completed. That is the process. Trigger, it gets assigned, he says I've got it, he then goes and completes it, signs the job off. The user ID of the person handling the alarm, exchanging the battery and the log will be included. For configuration of the hot SOS interface and setup in VisionLine that an alarm should be sent to the hot SOS see installation instructions. Now I've been and done that. I have looked and I've seen how to set up Vision Line to send a message to Incom, the hot SOS server, which then pushed it out. So here we go. So the first thing I wanted to do was to research to ensure that Vision Line are the software that Mandalay Bay are using, because it needs to pick up from the door. So what I done was to download the manual, as I said, from Vision Line, and I've gone through it page by page, and there is, I don't know, 170 odd pages. Took me forever to go through it, but I came across something that actually validated the fact that Visual Line was indeed being used at the Mandalay Bay. Why? Because this is a example of a report from Vision Line, and you will see straight away it is mirror imaging the one that is in the final report. Even so far as saying here, the door is open from the inside. So you say, well, that's words. Any system can tell you that. But guys, look, 0917 is the code that Vision Line picks up that the door is open from the inside. Now go back. I'm not going to keep pushing all slides to show you that what I'm saying is true. Do it yourself. Go back to the final report. Pull up the access door control. Put them side by side. You will see that the door is open from the inside 0917 code. In actual fact, all the codes are the same. So therefore, in my opinion, Vision Line is the absolute software that is being used at Mandalay Bay. So now you say to yourself, okay, so what? They got Vision Line. What does that mean? So I said, so we have now established that we have Vision Line on Mandalay's books. The point now is to say, okay, if Vision Line is there, what about the door access? Now, again, Don sent me a video. I will place a link at the description for you to watch. It's 14 minutes, and it is a video on how to install the Vanguard lock system. So we're trying to prove that Vision Line is picking up the RFID access control from 135. So here, he started his work. You can see the wires here. Okay? It's not just the door latching system. The sensors are in here. You can tell by this, and we will see later on. So, it's not sensors in the door. If there are sensors in the door from Honeywell on the Incom system, that is to do with things like the aircon. But I'm telling you now, guys, this here is the RFID access control system that is on 135. As you can see here, the latch is the same. I'm not sure, and I need validation that indeed that this actual model is the one that is on 135. But I'm sure you will agree with two things. One, that there, the latch, is so similar to the one in the fit report. Even this here, which is the deadbolt, as I will show, is the same in the fit report. Now, here we are. He's now beginning to wire up the access control system within the door. There it is now. It's gone live. You can see by the LED, the lights. That is the completed article on the front of this example. There, you see the latch. Now this is the back. Now you will say, well, look at this here, look at this here. Well, I'm telling you guys, you can do exactly the same as what I done, which is I went to the catalogue of ASEA, and there is a thinner one in there. There is also the front plate, different ones that you can buy. This is the same. So don't tell me this isn't the system on 135 just because of this big black box. This big black box, there is a slimmer version in the catalogue. I'm not going to show you every single thing. I'm just giving you an overview. Now, after he's finished, you can see he is now plugged in to the access control system. And on his laptop, I'm telling you now, that is Vision Online. So Don, excellent link that you gave me. I will place it down in the description for all of you to watch for yourselves on how we put this together. And you will see. So here we go. Fit report. Remember this, guys? And that's the back of the door. So that is in the fit report of what I've just snipped and placed on here. This is from that video. Like I said, this here, you can see is the same as here. This here may be a different shape, but it's the same thing. There's the deadbolt. Okay, so now what we've got is I've shown you that the Mandalay Bay uses Vision Online. I keep saying Vision Online. Vision Line. That feeds into the access which is in the locking system, not on the sensors of the door, what people are keep saying. Bullshit. Now, here we go. 1005 brought this up after he done a video. And as you can clearly see, in the warrant, it was October the 16th. 131. Cutout of the door handle. Doesn't say which one, but I know which one. I am sure I know which one it is. It is certainly not 134 because there's a crack. Why would you do that? No reason. But there is a reason why you would cut out the door handle. It's this one on 135. Now, prior to 1005, actually put in up the warrant, dated the 16th of October. So that means to say, and Burgundy knows, we were there in February. It was all boarded up. You still couldn't get in there, and that is in February. So in my opinion, what they have done is this. At some time, well after, they interrogated the access control report. They had seen anomalies with 135. They then cut this out round here. And this is something I wrote a while back to my MD of the hardware. And it says, "Hi Nigel, this link was in 2014. That was something else I was referring to. So I am now getting confident that ASEA are indeed the manufacturer and their system is installed. In addition, it states, and this is in the manual of the door locking system, events such as when passage was made, attempt to passage, etc., are stored in the lock log in the door." You got that? It's stored in here. Not only is it on Vision Line, is stored in the locking mechanism. So, as I said, what they've done is they have gone to the access report and thought, wow, bit of anomaly here. They then gone and taken a section of that, taken it back to the lab to interrogate the functionality of the access control. So what it was saying on the access log in the door actually tied up with vision line. So that is why I think, and I strongly believe, that is why they cut out the door handle. There, as I said, they'd seen that the door was open from the inside. They're not that stupid. And they looked and they said, it's telling us that. Is it a flaw within vision line? They then took out the locking mechanism to check and interrogate the door lock. Now, this is from the MD of the software side, after I'd sent him a lot of information. And he replied, "Hi Tony, it's a fair bit of guesswork, but looking at the reports, the logical answer would be that someone was in the room. I would say that someone tried their card twice, which failed. Knocked on the door, that's what I said in that video. I didn't tell him that. Knocked on the door, which was open from the inside. Then both people tried their cards. One worked, one didn't. The Vingard is an hospitality lock, which is slightly different market to us. Yes, hotel, retail, industrial. But as you say, if someone needed to prop open the door, the simple solution would be throw the deadbolt in the open state. It would be interesting to find out how the egress was monitored. Was it by the door showing as being opened, or are they monitoring the exit handle? Now, this is the one part where I am just got that 1% that I need validation. I strongly believe that the sensor is not on the handle, because when you push it down, it retracts the latch. You put the tape over there, you let the handle go, the sensors pick up on the spindle that drives out the latch. It cannot just take the one part, which is the handle. It has to, for security reasons, show that the spindle, once the handle been released, has pushed it out, the latch. That would then say it is closed. So go back to that report, the access door control report. It says door is closed. It doesn't say door is open, because that would what would happen if they put tape across the latch or a card across the latch, release the handle, the latch hasn't come out, but the handle is in a position, it would say the door is still open. But that's the validation I'm waiting for, guys. And I'm telling you now, I am sure that it will sense the handle and the spindle that pushes out the latch. So, what have I said? I have said to you, in that spreadsheet, without supported information, it showed somebody opened the door from the inside while somebody was out in the hallway. I have now shown you how the system works in the Mandalay Bay with the RFID access control handle going into vision line and hot source. I am telling you, as far as I'm concerned, that 36 minutes or so before that shooting, there were two people there. That opens up so many questions now. Lombardo had clearly stated that he was alone in that room. We know now, as far as I'm concerned, that is not true. That's cover up number one. Now, when this person left, what this person done is open for debate. And I'm going to have to leave that there. So we are at that point. As far as I'm concerned, we have two people with a shared ideology, a shared belief. They knew, that person knew that there were guns in that room. Don't tell me, please do not tell me that that person inside the room or the person that went inside that room, the guns wasn't set up, the ammo wasn't set up, nothing was set up at all. And it was just some hooker he just laid. Don't tell me that, because I'll call bullshit. Whoever that extra person is knew was what was going on. Now, whether Paddock had anything to do with the shooting, I don't know. That's the next part. But I just want to show you it's beginning to formulate a picture. As I said in the previous unlisted video, Campos walking down the hallway 2 foot away from a service cart with the camera in full view of everybody, and he didn't see it, and I cried bullshit. And I still cry bullshit. And the other things that I said that was in that other body cam about the suspect coming out. I could sit here now and I could give you strong speculation of what I think, but that's not the idea of this video. I wanted to show you now, did that access door control report up into the point he deadbolted the final time is correct. The LVMPD and the FBI actually cut out the lock to take it away to interrogate it because they knew what they had saw in that access report, and they wanted to validate and make sure on the configuration of the door handle and read off the door lock, because it will give you the last 300 readings from the door lock, and yet we've heard nothing. So I'm going to end it here now because I need to upload it and it's gone on and on and on, and I need to shut up. So I'll leave that with you. Come back, but I'm telling you now, don't come back unless you've got a very good reason or an explanation on how did he open up the door from the inside when both doors were shut. If you can't give me an answer to that, people, then I don't know where you're going to go with this, because you will be lost. That is my opinion. Thanks for watching, and I'll get this video up now.